Welcome to Washington, America show with international multimedia journalist, multidimensional and multifaceted artist Dr. Kashif Sohail.
Parkour is a fully functioning extreme sport, popular because it's flashy and carries a more obvious form of risk. Parkour is a very physical sport using your body to get from one point to another using the quickest way possible using various movements like vaulting, rolling, and all other kinds of acrobatic stuff, but keep in mind that this is not acrobatics. Parkour has now become very popular through all of the different forms of media.
Tracers are people who practice parkour and train. Parkour is a relatively new and exciting sport that people are performing around the world. Parkour is a French word for the art of movement. The objective of parkour is getting from point A to point B as quickly and efficiently as possible. Parkour is a combination of vaults, landings, balance, precision, discipline, and confidence.
If you don't roll properly, especially on concrete, then you can seriously injure your back and spine. There are many different steps in the right way to roll. A vault is a fast and efficient way to get over an obstacle in your path. There are many risks you take when you do certain dangerous vaults. One of the most feared risks is clipping your feet. What appeals to the public about parkour is that it is non-competitive. Beginners do not feel the need to be the best right away.
Parkour, also known as free running, is a new sports sensation. Originating in France, parkour is the art of going over, under, and around objects and obstacles in order to get from point A to point B as fast and efficient as possible. Sometimes it means leaping from rail to rail, climbing the buildings, bounding over fences, and much more. Even though parkour looks dangerous, practitioners practice repetitively, taking each step before progressing to another, checking each landing point for safety and practicing each movement until it is as common as walking.
Even though practitioners of parkour do tend to appear to be athletic, that is because they have been free running for some time. Anyone can do it, everyone progresses at a different rate and at different levels. That also means that it becomes easier and much more fun. A lot of practitioners will also incorporate gymnastics to the sport by adding flips and flashy moves to their art. All of this raises the difficulty of any move and makes any obstacle even more interesting. In parkour, a bench becomes an obstacle to jump over, a rail becomes something to balance on, the world becomes your playground.
One might ask if running around, jumping off of things, over things, and the like could get you in trouble. One of the basics of parkour is that the world is our playground, keep it nice. If someone sees you and asks what you are doing, it is easy to explain that you are practicing the art of exercise and that it is in your interest to keep everything in good condition.
Parkour is not exactly the same as freerunning. Parkour is a way to reach point B from point A as quickly as possible, whereas freerunning is a flashy, gymnastic version where you can throw in a flip or twist. Freerunning is mostly the Americanized version of parkour. Parkour is not a martial art. Martial art is a discipline that teaches a person how to fight by using his own body or weapons to fight an opponent.
Running, leaping, and climbing through the city isn't just a test of strength and stamina, it's also now an official sport. Parkour, a form of urban acrobatics, originating in France, is now officially recognized by many sports councils across the world. Parkour is a risky passion and people have died before trying to do tricks. However, not many deaths caused while doing parkour are reported. Famous Russian tracer fell down 16 stories to his death while attempting a stunt on a building rooftop.
Parkour itself is not illegal, but if you practice on private property, you can get cited, fined, or even arrested for trespassing. depending on local laws. Source: streetparkour.com. It can be a high-risk activity, which is why in some situations a tracer, someone who does parkour, can end up in legal trouble. In parkour, there are no rules for passing over specific obstacles. Instead, the all-encompassing rule for parkour is to maintain flow. Flow can be defined as the perpetual movement from one obstacle to the next, allowing the tracer to reach a zen-like state of connectivity with the environment.
As parkour involves a full-body workout, it increases the overall strength of your body. Parkour affects your muscles, bones, blood circulation, metabolic rate. In short, it has positive effects on your whole body. Improvement in core strength also improves posture and stamina to work without being tired.
You should run at least 7 to 10 miles per week. Running is a big part of parkour, and you should be able to run long distances, as well as sprint fast. Other cardio exercises that are helpful to do are lacrosse, boxing, and swimming. Parkour is difficult to learn, but with the help of an instructor in an indoor parkour place you can learn it pretty quickly. Also, if you get some people that already know parkour and you get them to help you, then it will also make it easier for you.
Best places to practice parkour are college campuses, playgrounds, beaches, gym, open fields, wheelchair ramps, forests.
Five wild parkour moves you won't believe. 1. Incredible parkour flips. Watching an expert casually throw a flip makes them seem quite easy, but actually committing to the motion is much more difficult than you might think. 2. Rockin' rooftop jumps. 3. Amazing wall gainers. 4. Mad bar skills. 5. The twisting spinning corkscrew.
Freerunning has been misunderstood to mean a different or offshoot discipline, but historically they are simply different names for a very similar discipline or movement. There is no major difference. Both disciplines are relatively new, and a very simplified way to distinguish the two is to know that parkour is characterized by the obstacles in its environment, while freerunning is more about the abilities and expression of the person than the performing space.
Here are 10 movies that feature incredible scenes of parkour-packed action. Brick Mansions. District B13. District 13, Ultimatum. Casino Royale. Live Free or Die Hard. Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. The Bourne Legacy. Tracers. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Freerunner. Critics of parkour say it can be dangerous for participants, encourage trespassing, and cause damage to property. Over the years, multiple people have died while attempting perilous stunts, like jumping from roof to roof or climbing on high ledges and rails.
Please share the video, subscribe to our channel.